Here's the Salem Witch Hunt Daily Report for July 21st, 2024. I'm Josh Hutchinson. On July 21st, 1692, Mary Lacey Jr. was arrested in Andover. Magistrates interviewed Ann Foster, her daughter Mary Lacey Sr., and granddaughter Mary Lacey Jr. Mary Lacey Jr. confessed to witchcraft and implicated her mother and grandmother. She initially said she knew nothing of witchcraft, but under leading questioning, she admitted to one thing propounded to her after another. Eventually, she admitted to hurting Elizabeth Ballard, Timothy Swan, Mary Warren, and James Fry's child. In this confession, she said that the devil had come to her as a horse, and that he has proven to be a great liar. He brought his book to her while in the shape of a round gray thing, told her she should worship him, and told her to hurt people. She denied anointing herself before a flight, but said that she had flown on poles carried by the devil. She said the devil wanted them to attack Salem village to set up his kingdom so they could have happy times and better days. She said she was at a village witch meeting of about 100 witches. One of the magistrates asked Mary Lacey Jr. if she had the devil's book, and she said that he keeps it himself and goes along with the witches when they recruit others to sign it. Then they questioned her about Martha Carrier, who she said had murdered many people, including two of her own brothers, a brother-in-law, Andrew Allen, John Allen, James Holt, Goody Fry's child, Christopher Osgood's wife, James Holt's child, and Andrew Allen's child. According to Mary Lacey Jr., Martha Carrier had received a page of writing from the devil and given it to her son Richard, telling him it would make him as good as her. When Mary Lacey Sr. was brought into the courtroom, a magistrate said, "Here is a poor miserable child, a wretched mother and grandmother." Mary Lacey Jr. then said, "Oh, mother, why did you give me to the devil twice or thrice over?" Then Ann Foster was led into the room, and Mary Lacey Jr. said, "Oh, grandmother, why did you give me to the devil? Why did you persuade me? And oh, grandmother, do not you deny it? You have been a very bad woman in your time." After Ann Foster implicated Martha Carrier in some murders, the magistrates interviewed Mary Lacey Sr. She confessed to signing the devil's book with her mother at the Salem Village witch meeting. She said Goody Carrier had told her she would be queen in hell. Mary Lacey Sr. said to Ann Foster, "We have forsaken Jesus Christ, and the devil hath got hold of us. How shall we get clear of this evil one?" In her confession, the senior Lacey implicated her mother, her daughter, Martha Carrier, Mary Bradbury, Elizabeth Howe, Rebecca Nurse, Andrew Carrier, and Richard Carrier. Mary Lacey Jr. confessed that she flew on a pole with her mother and Martha Carrier to attend a witch meeting in Salem Village, but the pole broke before they arrived. She also confessed to watching Satan baptize 6 people at Newbury Falls and said that the devil carried her there in his arms. She described how she could roll up a bit of cloth or a rag and think about hurting someone, and then whatever she did to that cloth would happen to that person. And she said she remembered being involved in afflicting Elizabeth Ballard. After the Lacey testimony, magistrates issued a warrant for the apprehension of Andrew and Richard Carrier. 11 years later, on July 21st, 1703, the Governor's Council accepted the bill for the reversal of the attainder of Abigail Faulkner Sr., Sarah Wardwell, and Elizabeth Proctor. Attainder is the forfeiture of rights suffered as a consequence of a sentence of death for a felony. The act stipulated that the said several convictions, judgments, and attainders of the said Abigail Faulkner, Sarah Wardwell, and Elizabeth Proctor, and every of them, be and are repealed, reversed, made, and declared null and void to all intents, constructions, and purposes whatsoever, as if no such convictions, judgments, or attainders had ever been given or had. And the legislature ordered that a bill be written to prohibit spectral evidence in the future. Thank you. Have a great today and a beautiful tomorrow.